for the others.
Yeah. That way they can have the idea. So I'm just going to go through that really quick one more time. Sorry, I forgot to record. So this is for the benefit of those who weren't there. The two big assignments for this are the professional portfolio and the child study. They're two separate assignments. So you need to, you can do them, you can put them in a folder virtually, or you can put them in a 3-ring binder, whichever works best for you. The child study, you choose a child. I'm going to go back into that really quickly. I already explained this to Briley. She's being very patient with me. You're going to use all the assessments that we have in your week by week book throughout the semester. You're going to collect data on your child. Some of them are going to include other children too, but you always want to include your child that you're doing your child study on. So you're going to do all those assessments. Then you're also going to collect 10 additional anecdotal or running records on that child and at least 8 work samples. And usually you can take a picture of those. You don't have to keep their actual work assignment, but take a picture of it. I mean, you can take a picture of them doing something. You can take a picture of a piece of artwork they've done, or, a writing sample, whatever works for you. And then after you collect all that information, you're going to go ahead and write a narrative summary about everything you've learned. And use the rubric when you write the narrative summary, because it tells you everything I want to hear about in the assignment. So that one you've got all semester to work on. So let's go back to modules. Everything's under the modules now. The other thing that people always want to know are the site visits. There's 2 site visits required for this course. Hi, Savannah. Can you hear me okay? Anyway, so we have two site visits. So you need to go and visit 2 other programs, and they should not be like your program. So if you're in a preschool classroom, the program you visit you could go to a family child care home. You could go to a kindergarten classroom. You could go to an infant toddler room. You could go or go to a toddler room. You could go to an infant room. But go to a different program. If you're working in a center, don't use your center. Go someplace different. I want you to see some different things. And then you're going to write up the pros and cons of that program, what you saw that you liked, what you saw that you didn't like, what you would do differently, that kind of thing. And then you're going to submit 2 of those sometime during the semester. You make it work for you. Because I know if you're working in a center or if you've got a family child care home, it's hard to get away. So make it work for you. Okay? The other thing that you're going to do, and there's also a place for you to report where you're going and when. So I kind of have an idea for that. The other thing that you're going to do each unit is, I'm going to do I've got a little overview for you. There's going to be a quiz, there's weekly discussions, and then a single learning opportunity. I see I'm missing a few things out of that first module. I'll go in and get that in there for you. But each module, you'll have 1 or 2 learning opportunities. All that is an activity that you're going to do with your kids. You can do it with one child, you can do it with a small group, and you could do it with a large group. The topic should be based on what we're studying in the week by week book. So for example, this week there's an introduction, and there's a section on, hold on, let me go back. A section on, a chapter on school separation and school adjustment. So that somehow your activity should address separation and school adjustment. Does that make sense? So you're going to plan the activity, then you're going to do it with the children, and then there is a form that you're going to fill out that will help you reflect on how it went. was I prepared? Was it a good activity for the kids? How did the kids react? I want you to be pretty specific about, give me some examples of the things that the children said. If you said this worked great, well, I want to know why it worked great. So what kind of responses did the children give you, and that sort of thing? What did they do? Be a little bit specific about why you thought it worked well, not just that it went smoothly, but why and what you thought the children learned, what you learned about yourself. There's some questions in there for you to do. So there's going to be one of those there's going to be one or two of those for each module. And then there's a discussion each week. And this week, I think people got a little they weren't under the module, and I think that made it a little, because no one's been in there yet. So I'm assuming people aren't seeing it. I didn't have it under the module. So if you guys would just go in there and answer each of those questions, you don't have to respond. I know that Briley's already got and introduced herself, and I'd really like to hear about the rest of you. So I do have to add the learning opportunity because it's not in there. Where's the module 1 learning opportunity? I'll have to add that in a little bit. Anyway, so we'll do that. All right. So any questions? I'm going to unshare. Any questions for me, Briley?
Not right now. I think I'm good.
Did that kind of answer what you were, the questions that you had?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you had any questions. So just call me, text me, message me. If something doesn't seem right, last semester was the first time we had it in the system. So there's going to be some weird quirks to it.
How do you want us, well, I guess I haven't really looked into all the assignments, but you said we need a permission slip. Do you want us just to take a picture of it? Like,
just tell me you got it. You got it.
Oh, just tell you?
Just tell me.
Okay.
Yeah. I just need to know that you have permission, and then you're going to put that in the portfolio for the child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Just make it, make it work for you. But like I said, you can do it. You can put it in a virtual folder, or you can put it in a binder, whatever works for you.
Okay. I'll probably do a binder. But.
And then twice this semester, I ask you to videotape yourself and submit that to me. And I put some instructions for that, because you can either upload it to YouTube and then send me the link, or you can share it with me on Google, on a Google file. And you have to use my personal email address for that, not my Southwestern one.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Any other questions? Nothing?
No, not right now. If I have one, I'll for sure contact you.
Okay, sounds great. All right, well, I'm